Hello everybody, welcome back to Penny Does the One Bro, episode 17. Laura's here.
Oh yeah?
Alright.
Yeah?
Got a mouthful of strawberry pencil.
They find it erotic by now.
Laura. Thanks for watching. Bye.
They love the sound of me chomping down on sweets.
Please
every
stop
episode.
stop talking. End it. Welcome back. Just gonna go kill myself. Just real quick. Just gonna go.
You love it.
Please stop making the viewers horny.
All three of them.
All three of them. Yeah, Vera, you're speaking directly to Pete.
Hey, Pete!
I cannot wait for his response to that statement.
It's fun. Jeremy or Autumn are listening together.
Laura, this has got my name on it. Right, you missed the 16.5 episode. I did some boss killing after we finished up the fort. I killed a night bird, that thing I showed you, a horrible, gross, skeletal bird thing. Mm-hmm. That was fun. I fought another one of those horse guys over in the mainland, which is good. And I beat the thing in the Everjail, which was a horrible, discount, Artorias-looking frost sword motherfucker. And I got a really cool thing from it. Mm. The really cool thing I got is this, Radagon's Scar Seal. Alright? So it increases my damage taken, but if you'll just have a quick look at my stats over there on the side, you'll notice that some of them don't say 10 anymore. Some of them say 13 now. Oh. It gives me a +3 to health, endurance, strength, and dexterity. So I can
never
now,
take that off.
Well, I can now use the mace in one hand, which is interesting. You know, it's given me a few more options. You know, I could use this cleaver in two hands. I've put a lot of my other weapons away, but like I've got choices, which is kind of fun. Okay. So that's good, right? I've also fallen in love with the Flask of Wondrous Physic. It's just good.
Yeah.
I've got it set up that I get a defense bonus for a bit, and it regenerates my health for like a full minute. Right. So when I'm fighting a boss that's taking a while, I can back up, let my health come back without wasting a flask on it. Okay. That's how I got through that last fight. Okay. And I had a couple of goes. The reason why we're sat here is I've had a couple more goes at the Ulcerous Tree Spirit.
No. No.
Not today, Barbara. Not today. So.
Really, Barbara, the goat.
Sorry, it's because Violet. We went to a farm and we bought Violet a flushy goat.
Flushy goat.
Shut it. Right. So, I believe our next port of call was
through the gate.
Everything in this zone, wasn't it?
Through the gate.
I would like to go on a Kalid safari because that's what this place is called. Not this episode, but I would love to go on a Kalid safari at some point. I think
follow the road.
That could be fun. So I'm going to go up, and do you want me to follow the road off to the east? Yeah.
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 Well, let's get through the gate.
So
first.
Through the gate, and then instead of going through there, because that's clearly like the next gate, isn't it? Like loop around.
It's a little bit to the left of the road to begin with. There's not that much there.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. I left the map. We're going to go there.
Dummy.
Laura.
You got any questions?
Yeah, that's one actually.
Oh.
Laura, people listen to this.
I get super excited about questions.
For God's sake. A question from Pete. I'm going to paraphrase, because it was on Twitter, and I can't be bothered to go and find it, but I know what it meant. So, you know, a One Piece video game just got announced.
Yeah.
And it's got a whole new original story. Mm-hmm. Okay. Pete's question was, if you were seeing an anime get turned into video games, be wary of Pete. Sorry, I'm taking my time. Oh!
Hey, it's another one of the what's it guys.
Yeah, I can deal with that. If
with some armours to you,
Laura. Ow! For God's sake! I mean, hang on. Let me get out of here and get the question done. Right. Okay. Safe. If an anime was getting turned into a video game, would you rather it followed the plot of the anime, or would you rather it did its own thing?
It depends on what anime.
It really does, doesn't it? Though, like, I'm trying to think of it. Like, think of an anime you like that could be turned into a. Oh, Jesus.
See, immediately went to that because I was thinking you were going to be like, oh, what anime would you like to play a game of? You're like, maybe like Psychopass would be really good as a game. Like, not, I know there's a visual novel, but like, not a proper game. where you play as, you know, one of the guys that gets to go around, you know, blowing people up with your special psychopath gun. But that obviously couldn't follow the story of the anime. The story of the anime revolves about this one character, and if you did that, I think that would be a very potentially boring game.
Yeah.
I think like Ghost in the Shell, again, a similar kind of thing. You could do one of the cases
oh my god,
that they're working on.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be one of the ones shown in the anime.
True. Be like a side story sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's other things where like someone's like entire like the story is to do with the characters and how they interact, and the more they interact, the more the characters grow. A lot of your you know, slice of life and things. You know, you would have to follow that character development, because, you know, just doing odd bits of it would probably be fairly boring.
Yeah.
But there's others that, again, because they have interactions either with other characters or because of, you know, they have their tournament arcs and things. You could play as other teams, you could play as other characters, you could have a haiku one, you could play as different volleyball teams, and just be playing volleyball with, you know, skinned characters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really, really, really depends on the anime.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, I think you're right. I think it depends on what it is. I think lump of flesh. Thank you. So I was kind of listening and kind of trying to stay alive there. So if I just repeat anything you just said, I'm sorry, but I was panicking there for a minute because that was quite scary. Like, yeah, I think it depends on it. Like, for me, like, so like when a comic gets turned into a film, there's a story, and it follows a story, and you finish the story. I would like to point to Watchmen as being a good example of taking something, changing it a bit, but actually making it make sense for the medium. Because, like, they take away the giant squid. Stormhill. I'm in Stormhill. In Watchmen, there's a giant squid that gets made that gets, you know, teleported into New York, and loads of people die, and it's bad. It's kind of the inciting incident for the end game, you know. They changed that in the film and kind of turned that into like.
Well, I think because the thing with like that thing, it's not just a squid. The idea is that they've brought together all these people that make movies and comics and things, and they've made the most fear-inducing creature. It literally frightens everyone to death.
They see it and they have sensor overload and they die.
And everyone, like, it then becomes this thing of we've got to fight this together.
Yeah.
Whereas, like,
that's an ambush.
Having to show that and have everyone have the same reaction is really, you know, difficult.
Just explaining it, I think.
Is difficult. Whereas having...
Whoa! Boys.
Because it's a nuclear bomb in the movie, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Dr. Manhattan powered. Yeah. Ooh.
Whereas people understand the threat of nuclear weapons. Nowadays, we understand what happens with nuclear fallout. It is a scary, like, especially at the moment, it's a scary premise that someone who doesn't think things through would use a weapon that would have such a devastating effect, not only in the immediate area, but in
like the world.
So that is a scarier premise than a giant monster nowadays.
Yeah.
So yes, changing that completely works.
Yeah.
And the kind of people that are like, oh, but you should have stick to the comic, are idiots. Quite frankly.
Yeah.
You are idiots if you think that would work in the medium that it is being changed into.
Yeah, you have to make things work in context. Like, you have to be able to explain what you want to explain within 2 hours. I think that's a big ask. I'm just checking these messages as we go. First of all, don't give up. Okay. I mean, that's cool, right? I like the winds picking up as well.
You are going up to Stormhill.
A tree usually means I get something cool. Golden Seed. They make Estus better. Praise the Erd tree. So you want me to go and look at this chunk?
Just have a wander around it. That looks like another prison.
Is there any grace nearby?
I can't see anything, but have a wander around.
I like the wind. Oh, this is spooky. Oh, I like it.
But it's taking something and accepting that different mediums work in different ways on different people.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Book, obviously, is what it is. Movies, they adapted it to work in a visual medium, and then they went and did, obviously, a billion games. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. But things like the what's it ones? I can't remember what the name of them were called. Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah.
Those, again, worked because although they accepted that this is a world where that is a thing that's happening, they didn't expect you to jump into the shoes of a character who you know what their ending game is.
No, it was a nice story in that world. I thought it was a nice, like, original character that could do their own thing. Wasn't necessarily
Get him.
Hang on. I took my bow off.
Oh no!
You little shit.
Did he drop his thing?
I got nothing for that.
Oh.
Maybe I've already got full. Ooh. Wait, is that the way in?
That's the gate you just came in.
So, just for reference, I don't know if you saw it.
What?
There's one of these here.
Oh yeah, they're clearly now marked on the map.
I'm not messing with that right now.
No.
I love the wind. This is really cool, isn't it?
So yeah, I prefer the idea of, for certain things, having like you're part of that world. Because again, for certain animes, the world is really interesting. You don't necessarily get a lot of it like explained or divulged. Because you're too busy dealing with the characters and what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why things like One Piece go on for so long, is because there is this really interesting world that you can go, you know what? We don't even care about the main crew. We're going to go do something with someone you've never heard about. And we can do this for episodes and it's still cool.
Right, it says no castle ahead, but item ahead. Item. Okay, there's definitely something worth finding here. Who's this? Is this a strongman?
Yes. No, not really.
Oh. Okay, these guys ain't nothing anymore. Like, these guys are bitches now. Watch as one immediately ends my life.
Jumps on your face.
Be wary of pincer attack. Be wary of strong foe. Ooh. He's the one sitting down. Ah, well. I thought I'd get a cheeky one there.
But yeah, so I think there is certain like anime like
thought I could have done something. That's cool.
Worlds I think would play out interestingly. Like I said, Psychopaths, Ghost in the Shell.
I would like a Bucky game. I think that could be fun. Bucky's an anime about like just arrows reach Sorry, I'll carry on this increased bow effective range. Interesting.
Okay.
I've been reliably informed, by the way, by the council. I did ask them. I am going to be able to equip more than one of these.
Because if not, you're fucked.
Yeah, because what's the point otherwise? Cool, item grab. Yeah, Bucky is a like combat anime about like an MMA fighter dude whose dad's the strongest man in the world and is so strong that the president of the United States has to sign a peace treaty with him whenever a new president gets summoned because he's as powerful as a country. It's dumb as shit, but I really enjoy it. Like I like Bucky. It's fun. It's incredibly violent, and that's why it's good. You heard it here, folks. Violence is good. Is this just sheep?
Lots of goats.
Is this whole area now just going to be sheep? I'm fine with that.
Rolling in the wind.
Yeah, I'm just going to cut around just in case.
Obviously you've been down to the beach, so that's fine. I mean, there's even things like some of the, the enemies I used to watch many moons ago that I think would be, again, interesting to play as games in terms of the amount of, like, characters and things you can now have. It's like, and bear with me here, Chobbits.
Okay, please explain what a Chobbits game would be.
Right, so you're your character.
Actually, wait, Laura. Please explain to the audience what Chobbits is.
Chobbits is basically, this was back in the day when everyone ended up with a Tamagotchi, right? So...
Wait for Laura to explain her incredibly weeb shit.
But instead of them being like, oh, just this little keyring you can run, you can have, like, life-sized, like, dolls. Or you can get little pocket ones. Basically, everyone gets this, I want to say, pet or assistant Chobbits, and they can help you with, again, depending on
the
what
Chobbit
size
is the Tamagotchi in this scenario.
And you could, you could be you with your Tamagotchi, and you could be interacting with other people and learning their stories about what's happened with them and their because the whole thing about this
like
Chobbits,
Digimon.
It's obviously it's like, oh, my, Pinocchio came to life type thing. But there's a lot of stories integrated to the main story about the way that people have interacted with these. So there's a certain one where as a teacher, and her husband left her for their Chobbit. People are becoming so dependent on these machines, or for either companionship or to do things for them, that they're leaving real people behind. And that, you've got other people that have interacted where, again, brothers, sisters have been replaced with, a Chobbit that looks like their dead sibling, or really interesting stories.
That is fairly messed up.
So having a world where you interact with people and find out their interesting stories about how these, how it's affected them and stuff. Kind of like when I was, what was it I was watching the other day? Is it Kojo Lives Alone?
Oh, Kojiro Lives Alone. My God, you were not okay.
It's literally, it's a rated 12 on Netflix, not because of any violence or anything, but because of references to child abuse. And not just for one character.
Oh no, it's bad.
It seems that pretty much every adult they interact with has some kind of connection to someone or themselves has been in some way affected by child abuse. And it's different forms of child abuse. Some of it's physical, some of it's mental, some of it's like, either they were starved or they were shouted at or all sorts of things like that. And it's interesting seeing how these adults are, I don't want to use this word, but I'm going to use this word, triggered, and how they interact with this child that they know has been the victim of child abuse, because the main character is only meant to be like 4 years old, which for me is the point. You're like, 4-year-old can live by themselves and act the way this character's meant to do. Which is probably a good thing, because if I thought the character could possibly be living alone and things, that would probably be more devastating.
It is horrible, isn't it? Okay, those two.
So it's not necessarily the actual world and stuff. It's how people are being affected by these same, affected differently by these same kind of events that happen. So I think that would be really interesting. Like, again, nowadays when you can have a buttload of NPCs and you can have all these different, I want to say kind of quest lines, but like interaction lines.
I could see that, yeah. NPC quests.
And you'd still have to make sure that,
Are the red ones like...
Your
sorry, I
Trobbit
just...
gets like powered up at the end of the day and stuff. You know, that kind of stuff.
Okay. That was surprisingly in depth.
You didn't expect that when I said Trobbit, did you?
No! I just thought it was going to be dating sim.
No.
Uh-oh. I don't want to get poisoned.
It would probably end up with a whole load of sim type bits in it, but then again, Persona, technically half of that's a sim, so.
Yeah, I can't stand Persona. I really can't.
But you don't like the sim bits of it.
I don't want to go to school. I've been to school. There's a lot of these jelly men. I hope there's something for this.
Is there any anime that you think you'd be like, yeah, I'd play a game, not just necessarily just flat out fighting. I know you love your fighting.
Like an anime that's not a fighting one.
Something a bit interesting
that I've watched that isn't. Sorry, Laura. An anime I've watched that isn't a fighting one.
Yeah. You could do a Shokugeki one.
Oh, Godric Soldier Ashes. That's just cooking, mama. I got an ash for that. Okay. Sorry, I thought I'd check out this weird, like, forest of ghosts.
There's bound to be something up in that corner, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to get back on my horse, though, because, you know.
Because you're having problems with terrain?
Well, yeah. It's a tricky area. I'm just trying to flick back. An Idolish 7 game could be fun.
It is.
It is, but like a game I can actually play, though.
Yeah, it is a game. That's where the anime came from.
Well, yeah, I know,
It didn't come from a manga or anything. It came from the game.
But, like, I want it to be a game that I can play on a What is going on over here?
More jellybobs.
God.
Are they all round in a circle?
Hang on. I think so. I like they don't give a shit until you start fighting them.
And then they're like, bitch.
But, like, I do want to fight them. Just in case.
There's a couple of notes down there.
There is a couple of notes down there. Are there going to be no jumping here? Prawn. No attacking ahead. Therefore, first off, love. Oh, okay. Well, I've already done that wrong.
You pissed them off.
Ah, beautiful.
Well,
I guess I've got to kill all these prawns now.
But yeah, and obviously, except that this whole
What is that?
turning it's a goat.
God damn it!
Turning things from one medium into another is the reason that obviously, like, video game movies don't generally work.
No, because they don't understand what makes it. I think for a lot of time as well, like, a game story. Now, I'm not trying to say video game stories are amazing because most of them aren't. But like, you're trying to cram a story that takes 10 hours into 2, you know, and that's die, Skeleton.
I think the other problem is like
smithing stone.
the thing with video games is you're the one exploring and finding things. Watching someone else explore and find things is quite often quite boring. Like,
I don't know, Laura.
care about you.
It's episode 17 and you're still here.
I haven't been here for most of it.
No, that is fair.
You keep going off and being like, I've killed all these bosses, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I have to keep coming back and showing you what I've done because
you keep doing loads. You're like, I'm just going to level up, and then I find out you've killed like 9 bosses.
I would never say I'm just going to go level up. Not in this game, Laura.
You well, not level up. Farm then.
Yeah, farming's fair. Ugh. Stop coating me in pizen. Are we done? Are we? That's death.
I think.
Oh, that's death.
I think there's another thing about, like, when you're playing a video game, you're quite obviously focused on generally the centre of the screen. So
yeah.
You can get away with a lot of effects and motions and things that if you did as a movie, because you're not necessarily focused on the middle of the screen, might look odd.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Kind of? Okay, I guess I found everything here. Let's go back.
Okay.
It'd be nice to find a point where I can save a grace site, because I am getting... It's been the entire episode and I haven't sat at one yet. I'm scared. I'm trying to think of other animes I've watched that are
And
like
you'd think like, oh, that'd be cool.
that I would like to, play. Again, they're all kind of like. I like my fighty ones.
You want a
I mean, is that forwards?
a JoJo one that is about somebody else's I've got a stand story.
Somebody else's
I found this cool looking arrowhead. Oh, it hurts. Oh, I suddenly have a stand.
Yeah, just some random
because
idiot.
they've already put it into canon that once you have a stand, or those people that have stands are naturally drawn to other ones. So you wouldn't have to necessarily have a huge reason for you to.
Monarch. Oh, Monarch. Brief respite. What does it say?
Ugh, now come on.
Why is it always futility?
You're gonna get shiny.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so you could theoretically have something in the JoJo universe without it being.
Oh, sorry, that's nice, Laurie. See the wolf just walking along the edge.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
There's a few of them. Without it being JoJo.
So what you're saying is you prefer it when game stories aren't one-to-one?
No,
Maybe.
No,
Depends on the game. I'm going to get a quick sip of tea. I'm
trying
sitting
to
still for a
think
reason.
of what would be good, like spot on one for one.
Where shall I go? Sorry. Shall I go see what that is?
Yeah, what?
Is that line, the arrows mean that's a drop?
Yes, a sharp drop.
Cool. Let's go.
Um,
I mean, there isn't one. I hear a wolf.
oh, is this the other side of the gate?
Beyond the gate, yeah.
But
Dog!
yeah, I don't know. I can't think of an anime that.
Oh, there's
I
those
feel
stone
like...
trolls that are just chilling out up here now. Wait, are they a regular enemy now?
That's a big one.
That's a big one. That's fine. I'm ignoring him. Is there no save point up here anywhere? Is this anything? Oh, this is the other side of the... Oh! Oh. Right, I'm going to see if I can find a Grace, because I'm getting a bit twitchy now. It's hard to see. I'll remove that. Right, so I can either go this way through all these horrible stone men, or try and cut up to this path. This feels like there must be something there, right?
I mean, there's certain anime that definitely wouldn't work if you picked a side story. Monthly Kun would not work.
Oh, about the manga artist who's not very good at social stuff.
Yes, would not work because it's literally the story is about the connections between those dozen characters. I think it ends up pretty much at the end.
Ooh. More of those. Why though? They usually mean something.
And they're normally going towards a
An
what's
ever
it?
jail, yeah. God, I believe. Yes! I was right. Thing is, right, that's not like anything. That's like looking at the map and thinking, right, if I was a site of grace, where would I be? I would be here. Right, let's just touch this grace.
Progress.
Saving money for the children. Right, is there anybody here? There's definitely an item. Who's that? Is it a person in there?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a regular merchant,
It doesn't
does it?
look like much, no.
Oh, thanks.
Unless it's just because of the way the wind's blowing. That's
Friend
not-
ahead.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me.
That was a question, wasn't it?
They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only
Voice
to
is
have
really
their
odd.
arms Taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider.
Oh, that's the guy from the trailers.
Grafted by the spider. You become a chrysalid
A chrysalid?
A lark when you think about it.
What is this? What is this voice acting? I'm enjoying it, but what?
Where are you? In Stormhill Castle. Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose.
Oh, Vary at the start.
To be one with the spider. Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off, or legs, or your head.
This is...
I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Can you take this little one along with you?
Yes! Yes, yes, yes,
Poor thing deserves someone brave.
Okay.
like yourself. And the spirits look rather fondly upon you. It'll be glad of your company.
I've got a jellyfish!
yes, 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 yes.
I kind of feel bad killing all those
Pleasure
jellyfish.
to see you. Oh, can you pass on a message for me?
Oh my god, how many of them are there?
The little chrysalids in Stormhill Castle. Tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining
These
them.
Craven's a thing that these things say a lot, isn't it? It's like, don't want to get killed, apparently is Craven.
It was a pleasure to see you. Oh,
I'm fine. Wait.
tell them I love them. I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know.
Ugh. Love. Love. Well, let's just...
Yes?
Floating spirit that illuminates its surroundings. Prone to tears, the jellyfish girl searches for her distant home. Will bravely spew poison at foes on her summoners. It seems her name is Aurelia.
Alright.
Its name is Laura. I mean... I'm not in a summonable place right now. Ah. It's kind of fun that I've got a jelly friend though, right?
Jellybobs.
Okay, so we've just curled back. That's where I was, where I got the
Yeah.
the item.
Go on then. Follow along the boundary.
So this is clearly forwards and death, right?
Yes.
Oh, that way.
Opposite.
Oh, well, okay. I think it wants me to go like there.
Yeah. You don't want to go up that bit.
No,
You
not
wanna
particularly.
go
I want to go exactly the
across.
opposite way.
Go down the road.
That way. Right.
Down the road.
Right down the road. Anyway, it's time to finish an episode. So I think
Yeah.
I'm happy that I have a jellyfish friend.
Yes.
I'm happy that we found somewhere to stop here, and I'm happy that we had a good talk about anime.
I think everyone should send us their ideas for anime games. I think I'm gonna have to go upstairs and look at our bloody well shelf. Not that we've got that much anime on DVD or anything anymore.
But it's still interesting to like
Have a think
about.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Who was the question from?
Pete.
Hey, thanks, Pete.
Special Pete. Lovely. Well, thank you all for watching. Episode... That was the wrong button. Episode whatever this is.
17.
17. And we'll see you on the next one. Hey. Bye.
Bye bye, jellyfish.